Welcome back to the deep dive. So you've given us some really interesting sources, basically offering a shortcut into American culture through its holidays.
Yeah, that's a great lens.
We're going from, contested history and solemn moments right through to big patriotic displays and then even into, well, weather predicting animals.
It covers quite a range.
Exactly. So our mission today is to pull out the history, the modern traditions, and importantly, the kind of cultural vocabulary you need for three very different holidays: Thanksgiving, the 4th of July, and the unique one, Groundhog Day.
And it's an insightful selection, really, because these three, they act like windows into the American psyche, you could say. They take us from personal traditions, gratitude, family, then into these huge collective displays of national pride,
Right.
and finally into something that's pure folklore, almost regional. It shows you three really distinct ways a culture pauses and sort of defines itself.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with the big one, the one that pretty much stops the country for a day or two. Thanksgiving, celebrated on the 4th Thursday in November. For most Americans, it's the undisputed start of the whole winter holiday season.
Right. And what's really essential to grasp about Thanksgiving is the tension within it.
Okay.
It's both things at once. It's a celebration of, bounty and family, but it's also tied to a deeply contested history.
The traditional story.
The traditional story, yeah. It focuses on that 1621 feast, shared between the English settlers, the Pilgrims, they're often called, and the Wampanoag people, celebrating a good harvest.
Okay, the classic image.
Exactly. But, and the sources are clear on this, you really can't talk about it without acknowledging the complexity. While that shared meal is sort of the founding myth, what came after, the history between the settlers and the indigenous populations, well, it's marked by conflict, displacement.
Yeah, that's crucial context.
It is.
Yeah.
And for many Native American communities, the day isn't a celebration. It's observed as a national day of mourning, reflecting that painful historical legacy.
So you have this duality, the acknowledged difficult history versus how it's actually practiced today.
Precisely.
And given that complexity, it's kind of remarkable how universally the modern holiday focuses on family and just the food, an incredible amount of food.
Oh, absolutely. The feast is central.
We're talking turkey, obviously, stuffing, which, can be really different depending on where you are, bread-based, corn-based.
Right. Regional variations.
And the classic sides, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce. It's pure domestic ritual.
And that ritual, it goes beyond the dining table, too.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving Day is huge for watching American football on TV, one of the biggest TV days of the year.
Right. And you have to mention the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York.
Oh, definitely. It's this massive spectacle. Floats, giant balloons. It basically serves as the official cultural kickoff for the season.
And the scale of it, the commercial side.
Yeah.
It turns something with solemn roots into this huge media event.
It really does. It transforms it.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting for me. The moment the dinner plates are cleared, the whole mood shifts, doesn't it?
Instantly. From quiet gratitude to intense commerce.
Yeah, highly competitive commerce.
Exactly. The holiday flows directly into this period of almost frenzied consumerism. The shift is immediate. You have to connect the language of the holiday words like harvest, feast, gratitude with the economic reality it creates.
So we're talking Black Friday.
We are talking Black Friday,
Yeah.
which, until recently meant actual physical crowds lining up outside stores for those doorbuster deals.
Right? The chaos.
Yeah. Now it's kind of merged, hasn't it? Seamlessly with Cyber Monday, where all the focus shifts online. Huge logistical operations.
That juxtaposition, the intent of the holiday versus the commercial rush right after, it tells you a lot, I think.
It really does. About modern American values, perhaps.
It's almost like cultural whiplash. And then, just to wrap up Thanksgiving, there's that final, quintessentially bizarre piece of Americana.
Ah, yes. You mean the turkey part.
The turkey part.
Yeah, it's a totally unique tradition. The sitting president, in this very public White House ceremony, symbolically pardons the turkey, saves it from the dinner table.
It's pure political theater, kind of lighthearted and absurd, right before things get serious again with sales and politics.
Exactly. It lightens the mood. It shows even serious institutions can have a bit of fun, I suppose.
Okay, so from the complexities of that contested feast, let's shift gears completely. Let's talk about pure national origin celebration, the 4th of July. Independence Day.
Right. A very different feel.
If Thanksgiving is quiet, internal, maybe family-focused,
Yeah.
the 4th is loud. it's external.
That transition is key, I think, for understanding the culture. From the private dinner table to this very public, collective celebration. The 4th of July is essentially America's birthday.
Commemorating the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly, July 4th, 1776. That date is foundational. It defines the principles the nation was supposedly built on. So when you hear terms like the Founding Fathers or the core idea of independence, it all links back to the language and the spirit of that declaration. This holiday isn't just a party.
Although it is a party.
Oh, it is definitely a party. But it's also meant as this annual reminder of the philosophical roots of American government.
And what a party it is. The modern traditions. It's a total sensory experience, isn't it? Defined by sound and color.
Absolutely.
Think about the patriotism everywhere. Red, white, and blue dominate everything. Clothes, decorations, food.
Yeah, you can't escape it.
You see parades in big cities, tiny towns, everywhere. And the whole day usually builds up to these massive public fireworks displays.
The noise and light.
The amount spent just on fireworks is staggering. It's like a multi-billion-dollar industry just for that one night. It's an immersion, really, in national identity.
And that collective immersion, that's the point. Unlike Thanksgiving, which can feel quite personal or regional, the 4th almost demands collective participation. The sources highlight this. It's the main day when terms like patriotism and national identity are really out there, openly displayed uniformly.
Okay. So if we connect this to the bigger picture.
Well, the celebration itself becomes an act of shared civic commitment, in a way. It asks people to reflect, maybe subconsciously, on what independence means and maybe their own role in the republic. And the barbecue. The BBQ is such a crucial part of it.
Oh, yeah, the smell of barbecue everywhere.
It symbolizes that informal community gathering. Easygoing summer vibe, neighbors getting together. It manages to blend the serious history with very casual communal fun.
Right. So we've gone from serious, contested history through this loud, formalized patriotism. Now, let's talk about February 2nd. And a furry little mammal's supposed ability to predict the end of winter.
Okay. The shift continues.
We move to the delightfully quirky, uniquely American tradition,
Correct.
Groundhog Day. This feels like the ultimate example of a holiday that's just pure folklore and fun.
It really is. And it's known globally now, largely thanks to that movie.
Right, the Bill Murray movie.
But what's fascinating is that even this seemingly silly tradition, it has older roots.
Oh, really? It's not just made up.
Not entirely. It seems to be an evolution of European agricultural folklore, specifically German Candlemas traditions.
Right.
They used animals, badgers, hedgehogs, things like that, to predict when spring would arrive.
Oh, okay.
So the settlers brought that core belief, that an animal emerging from hibernation could give a prognostication about the weather.
A prognostication. Good word.
Yeah. And they adapted it to the animal they found here, the groundhog, or woodchuck.
And the modern spectacle is just everything. It all happens in this one small town, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Starring the legend Punxsutawney Phil.
And it's not just like someone checks casually. This is a huge orchestrated media event.
Oh, completely. Phil is handled by the quote-unquote inner circle, these local dignitaries dressed up in top hats and tuxedos.
Very formal.
Very formal. And they wake him up right at dawn. Big ceremony.
And the tradition itself, the superstition, it's simple.
Super simple. If Phil supposedly sees his shadow, meaning it's a clear, sunny day, he gets scared, runs back into his burrow, and that means 6 more weeks of winter.
Okay.
If it's cloudy, no shadow, then spring will come early. The whole point is the drama of the prediction.
Even though his actual accuracy record is...
Let's just say highly debatable, not great.
Right. But the humor, the fun of it, that's really the so what of the holiday, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a much-needed break. It comes in that dark, often monotonous stretch of midwinter.
Yeah, after the holidays, before spring really feels close.
Right. Groundhog Day just offers pure, lighthearted absurdity. A little bit of fun.
And that cultural function, that break, is probably why it gains so much traction.
I think so. And we absolutely have to acknowledge the huge impact of the 1993 movie Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it made it world famous.
It catapulted that tiny town and Phil into international fame. But the film did more than just popularize the holiday itself. It actually gave us a whole new idiom in English.
Yes. That's the ultimate aha moment for anyone learning the language or the culture beyond the specific vocabulary words.
Like groundhog, hibernation, folklore, superstition.
Right. Beyond those, there's the phrase itself.
Exactly. When someone says their day, or maybe their whole life, feels like Groundhog Day.
I mean, it's repetitive.
Totally repetitive.
Ah.
Cyclical, monotonous, the same things happening over and over, seemingly without end. It's become cultural shorthand, derived directly from that idea of reliving February 2nd again and again, like in the movie.
Wow. Okay, so we've covered a really remarkable range today, from deep historical debates to massive civic parties and furry forecasters.
We really have. And if we synthesize all that, these three holidays, if you take them together, they give you a pretty good map of the American cultural scope.
Oh, so...
Well, Thanksgiving focuses you on family, gratitude, yes, but also navigating that contested history.
Right,
And then often that sharp contrast with intense commerce right after.
right. Internal complex.
That the 4th of July is all about collective identity, expressing patriotism through these big, loud, public civic celebrations, reminding everyone of the country's founding documents.
External, declarative.
Groundhog Day, that's pure folklore. Humor, superstition. It's like a cultural release valve in the dead of winter. Just fun.
So what does this all mean? I guess understanding these three very distinct holidays, it really is a key shortcut, isn't it? To understanding the rich, sometimes contradictory context of the American cultural psyche.
I think so.
The nation seems to embrace it all, deeply contested history, intense national pride, and completely ridiculous fun, often all at the same time, without really needing to reconcile the contradictions.
Which raises a really interesting question maybe for you, the listener, to think about. How does a country use formal declarations and high ideals, alongside contested historical feasts built on sacrifice, and then also lighthearted animal predictions? How does it use all of that together to define its core values?
Yeah. What does this eclectic mix of traditions, historical, familial, economic, purely superstitious, what does it actually say about the complexity you need to grasp to understand a nation's values?
It's something worth thinking about.
Definitely something to mull over, maybe during your next American holiday experience.
We hope this deep dive was helpful, a nuanced shortcut into that source material you shared.
Until next time, keep digging into the context.